Hello friends, welcome back. It's a Wednesday cooking show with Amy M and Odin. We want to show you this tool that we got at the local cooking shop in downtown Grass Valley. It's like a personal pizza pan. They sell the big ones and then they sell these ones. So we bought one for each family member. So when we have pizza Friday, what day do we have pizza night? Friday pizza night, we can each make our very own pizza. So today we're going to make one personal pizza. And again, if you remember from before, when you use yeast, we like to let it bloom, and that kind of speeds up the process a little bit. But for this recipe, we've never had it bloom. We just use warm water and then let it rest for like 20 minutes. So what we're gonna do is Odin's gonna open the flour. And he's gonna measure 1 cup. We might make this a little bigger because we might make stuffed crust today.
Yum. Just like that one, guys.
So, scoop, you want it full, okay? So, a little bit more. Let's pull your sleeve up, otherwise you're gonna be floured. I hope they can't hear me. Here, I'm gonna help you dig it in. Oh, you kind of got it. Yeah. See, then when you shake it, it kind of flattens out. Okay, here, dump that in. Okay, you need, now, here, lock that back up real quick with the clips. We're going to we used 1 cup flour. These are ingredients that I always have in our home. Flour and sugar and yeast. We're going to use 1 teaspoon sugar. When there's a little bit of sugar in there, the yeast goes, yay, I can eat something good. And then it eats it and goes, bloop. Sort of like what we do if we eat too much sugar. We bloom. All right, then we're gonna use yeasty. Half a teaspoon of yeast. Remember how I told you I buy my yeast in bulk? I only brought a little bit from home today. Well, look at all that static electricity. That's neat. That kind of reminds me of the feather in this toy that I used to have that had little metal flakes in it and a person's face, and you could draw their beard. Do you guys remember that and how those little metal flakes would stand up? That's what the yeast is doing. It's really hard to see. I'm gonna put half a teaspoon of yeast in here. And this likes to stay in the refrigerator. It likes to stay cold. So that's where my yeast stays, is in the fridge. When I buy in bulk, I put the rest in the freezer. A little bit of salt. We're gonna do a half a teaspoon of salt. If you want less salt, you can use less salt. And give that a gentle stir, would you, Odin? So some of the other things we brought from home is our leftover pizza sauce from Friday. Our leftover mozzarella cheese from Friday, and our leftover pepperoni.
Well, if you just do a half with sauce and a half without sauce, so I can have like
I can do that for you, yeah. Okay. So you're gonna stir that, because next you're gonna need a tablespoon of oil. Let me find a tablespoon, tablespoons.
Can't wait until the cheese and pepperoni part.
I know, right? Now we know we've done pizza recipes here on this channel before, but I kind of wanted to show you and give you a recipe for like a 1 meal pizza. Because sometimes, you know, you're like, what am I gonna eat today? Not in the mood. Pizza's always fun because you can use leftover things in your fridge. Like, I have 1 mushroom left. What am I gonna do with it? Well, you could slice it and put it on your personal pizza. What's the name of our kitchen store in town? Tess's? I think this was $12. Worth it. You hand wash it each time. I've treated this really really careful. I put a little bit of oil on it before I put my pizza dough on there. Okay, now we are going to put some water. Oh. Okay. It's vibrating. Here, I'll be right back. You make faces at the camera.
Where's the chair?
It was the metal trays that I left out in the washing machine.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, I really don't follow recipes. So we're going to start with, I think, a half a cup of warm water. So I always add my water in slowly because I never know how much I'm going to eat. I'm not going to dump this whole thing in, is what I'm saying. Just a little bit at a time. And it's warm. It's not super hot. Will you give that a mixy, May? And so we will let this dough do its thing off camera and we will come back. And the more you practice working with dough, making dough, flour, like the pretzels we've done, the other pizza dough we've done, I think I'm gonna do sweet buns next week. The more you practice, the more you'll see that's the texture I need. That's the texture I want. And if we've made this,
What about the sauce the one guy put on the stuffed pizza crust? I was gonna add that.
Melted butter. We could. We don't have to. We could just use oil. You'll get the hang of like what it's supposed to look like. May I have a turn? So if it needs more flour, you can always just put a little dust of flour. But I think we've done it.
Flour.
I think so too. You know what? The only thing I'm worried about is I didn't make it enough to do.
Whole stuffed pizza crust.
Yeah, but we will see. And because my hands are clean, I can go ahead and push my sleeves up and get in there with my hands. Yes, you may. Yeah, so that's done. It's a little sticky, but we're gonna let it rest. So it's not the prettiest, and it doesn't need to be pretty. There is some garlic oil in there, so it smells really good. So we're gonna go ahead and let this rest. Put a towel over it. Boop. And we like to say, take a sweet nap. All right, so we'll see you after we let this rest. Video on. Welcome back to our mini pizza recipe. Remember how now you could still do this and not have this pan. You could put it on parchment paper on a cookie sheet. If you didn't have, it's okay if your pizza's square, right? No big deal. It's pizza-ish.
It would be Minecraft pizza if it was square.
It would be Minecraft pizza if it was square. But today we're gonna, if you're out and walking in town and doing your shopping, you can go to the cooking store, you can get a brush, and you get one of these pans, or you get a big one and make a big pizza. Maybe there's more than just one of you in the house. It wasn't that big. I'm tempted to get it. I really like cooking pizza on our pizza stone. It makes the crust nice and crispy. But what we're gonna do is I have some of this cooking spray, and I always just kind of spray it on here, just in case, because it even sticks with that spray. And then we're gonna sprinkle some flour on our board. We got some loose leaf. You wanna spread that around with your hands? Your clean hands, right? Yes. Okay. And then we're gonna take our dough that's been taking that nap for it's been more than 20 minutes, but we've had it covered, so it's good. Okay, that's great. And you take our dough and just dump it out here. No, out of just with the bowl like that.
Is it punched out?
We don't punch this dough, no. Odin really likes when I make bread, when I make my buns, he gets to punch the air out of it. I've preheated my oven to 375 degrees. So we're gonna put some more flour here because we don't, yeah, here, hold your hand out. You put it. Not too much, just you're gonna spread it around like that because we're gonna do this, and then you don't want a lot of flour because you don't want it to dry out. You could roll it if you wanted. Usually it's just perfect when I make it. I can actually do this pizza thing. but we don't want it to stick to our boards. We have to be very careful that it's floured enough, right? So, you know, you need a clean surface. You can't work in your kitchen if all of your counters are messy. You're gonna wanna make sure, you know, you have like your dining table. Maybe you have a dining table that you can designate as your workstation. I'm really wanting to make this bigger than here because I want to try stuffing our crust with cheese. We have some extra cheese supplies here. So you're just gonna very gently watch your kid get sidetracked. And that oil that I used was garlicky oil. And Odin doesn't want red sauce on. Are you making a teeny tiny pizza? Mm-hmm. Odin doesn't want red sauce on his pizza. Not even a little red sauce?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Only if we were out of oil.
Only if we're, well, it might be garlicky oil.
Okay.
Okay, so then we're just gonna very carefully transfer this to our pizza. Oh look, it's enough for sure. Okay.
This is where we'll put the cheese.
We'll put the cheese. They'll help me put the cheese up on here like that, okay?
Please can there be some left? Oh yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're making cheese stuffed pizza. We've never done this before. Cheese stuffed pizza crust. Okay, I think I'm gonna. Where's my knife?
No, there's
We can always cut more. Here, I'm gonna cut those, and I'm gonna cut this one and those. Bring it back. I'm gonna go get my knife.
Yeah, can I cut it?
You want to cut it?
Oh.
So cut it down like this direction. Ready? Okay, there you go. Put it here. Cut this one. So I'm gonna be brushing some oil on the edges. Did he do that after or before? Oh, he did that after.
Yeah, he did it when his pizza was done.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. I like doing that.
I like it on mine too.
Okay, so I need another little piece
Yeah,
because
there's
this is
extras.
okay. You can go ahead and eat that, mouse. Okay, not so loud. Okay, so I need your clean hands. Kind of sit down a little bit. And then remember, you pull this up and tuck it in. Can you do that? Pull your dough up and over that cheese and tuck it in. You're gonna have to push right here. Push the dough, not too hard, just like you're building a Play-Doh house or something. Tuck it. Tuck it. Ooh, this one's gonna need a little stretchy. Tuck it. You're gonna wanna kind of pinch it in because otherwise it's gonna open and all your cheese is gonna
Just like that
explode.
one guy, a guy got it store bought, but the cheese was right here.
Yeah.
It's not all the way in.
Well, you know, and we've never done this before, and it's kind of tricky when it's a little pizza. So we're pushing our dough into the dough that's on the bottom. Okay, so I need this to be a little bit more pushed in there a little bit. So again, my stove is at 375. I'm going to get a clean spoon so I don't contaminate my red sauce.
How about like that?
And straight down the middle. A half that doesn't have red sauce, I suppose, huh? I've cut some cilantro because I had some leftover cilantro from our recipe earlier. I had another, wow, magic. I had another mushroom, and I have some pepperoni and cheese. Okay, little mouse, just take a breath.
Pepperoni too yummy, piggy yummy.
Half, right? Half red sauce, half no red sauce.
I might just get a little red sauce like that.
Yeah.
If I was you, like well, this is what I like it to do with my oil. Like put it here and then put some on like the side.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on the side at the very end. But I'm gonna go back with this spoon and kind of, well, can you go reach me another spoon, please? Sous chef. Now, if you don't like red sauce, like I've said before, we get oil from Olive Grove in town. So while you're at the kitchen store, you could sneak into the Olive Grove store and get a small bottle of flavored oil, because that's pretty good stuff, and it's kind of yummy. Odin likes the mandarin oil. I got a clean spoon because I just want to tap this down a little bit, and we're just gonna do this for Odin's, and then just smear it around a little bit. Oops.
It's okay.
Thanks. And then you want to sprinkle some cheese on there for us?
On your eye?
Both of our sides, yes, sir. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Making pizzas, it's fun to have a pizza night. Friday or Saturday nights is usually our pizza night.
I'm glad that Friday and pizza nights go by so fast because I love pizza. I can just have it every
Let's
night.
leave some for the top. What do you think? Is that a good idea? I didn't bring any olives or pineapple.
Okay. Pepperoni and that.
Yeah, so here's the pepperoni. Decorate it with pepperoni. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kind of put some on the edge because I like it when my crust has a little bit of pepperoni on it.
That's how I can like eat the crust all the way.
Yeah.
I'll be like, ah, and then be like, yum, pepperoni, and I'll go distracted with pepperoni.
I know, huh? Did I pull out just enough? Do you think? Cool. No, you should taste that one.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna just decorate it a little bit more. Okay, so I can still see the red side of mine. Was that one spicy? So I'm gonna put some mushrooms on my side. You don't want mushrooms, right? Okay. One day he'll like mushrooms. Okay. What about cilantro? Did you want some cilantro on yours?
Yep.
I might have cut out too much, but I don't mind a lot of cilantro. Oops. And cilantro is just kind of good. We're not going to have much room to butter this up, but we'll save the rest for... Well, you know what we could do? What? Save some and then we'll put some fresh
cilantro
on top after it cooks. That's usually really good. Okay. So we have our oven heated. Let's just sprinkle some cheese back up on here. So what's fun about a mini pizza is you don't have a lot of leftovers, and it's what we like at our house is that then everybody can have their own flavored pizza. You know, I like barbecue chicken, but the boys really don't like barbecue chicken.
Dad likes chicken on his pizza. I like just regular pizza with pepperoni and olives, cheese, pepperoni.
And if you don't eat pork, you know, at Briar Patch, they sell it's over in the cheese department, but not where the cheese is refrigerated, but on the side is a turkey pepperoni by Applegate, I believe, and it's really good. So I'm excited. I'm going to take that to Grandma's house. We can have once we get to go to Grandma's and stay the night again, we're going to have a party night. Yeah. All right. So there we have it. So we're going to go ahead and put it in the oven like this. Can
I hold it?
Yeah. You're going to have to, we got a new tripod today, and it has a handle now. So in the front. So here, hold that like this.
Will it get twisted?
Yeah, just twist it. Hold it down like this. Right there. You got it?
This?
Like that. And I'm going to open the stove and put this in here. Slide it very gently because it's 375 degrees. Thank you, cameraman. I think it's going to make it easier for him to help me. I'm going to put my timer on for let's say 12 minutes, and we'll check it at 12, okay? And it really all depends on how crispy you want your crust. How do you want your crust? You want really crispy or kind of really or soft?
If it comes out like, I would like it really crispy and then put oil on it.
Okay.
Only if it's really crispy.
Right. So usually we at home we put our stove on higher, like at 425. So I might have to knock the temperature off or knock the temperature up. All right. So we'll be back after the buzzer goes off. All right. Pizza.
Pizza.
Your own personalized size pizza. It's been in there now for 12 minutes. 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 minutes.
Yummy stuffed pizza crust. Yay.
Okay, it's hot. Okay, just wait for a second. Turn the oven off. Cancel.
It smells good. So good. It
Smells good. And you can't even see our faces. Hi. We wanted you to see the pizza, not necessarily our COVID curls. It's hot. But hey, we don't cut on this. I don't like cutting on this because then it makes cut marks. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna gently lift it off of there with another tool. You know, it could have gone in there probably a little longer, my opinion, but
it looks like some of the cheese came out.
It does look like it, huh? It's stuck on there, kind of.
No. Oh, I see a hole. It just goes like that.
I know. So, if we were patient, and today we are not.
Because we
hungry.
did not eat as that good breakfast. All I ate is cereal.
Okay. I offered you some potato pancake, though. Don't forget.
I would rather.
Can you see where this? Can you see where this goes in half? Do you think this is cooked enough?
Aww.
For you? You'll be happy with it?
Because I'm so hungry.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna make sure. You know, another thing you could do is put cornmeal, a little bit of cornmeal on these trays. And actually, it would come off a lot better if we were patient. If this one was patient and not saying how hungry he was, which is fine. No big deal. Some people don't like their pizza crust crispy. Here we go. Ultimate test. There it is. Okay, hold on there, my child. Let's find the halfway mark. Mushrooms, so like this. So start from here, this side, and push. Ooh, that's hot. Woo! It's a hot pan. Push hard all the way across. Oh, it's not really half, is it? Ready? Here, you hold it so you can feel what it feels like. Ready? I think I'm gonna have big pieces because oh no. Don't worry, you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Watch out, I wouldn't take it yet. It's gonna be hot. I'm going to get some Parmesan that I have in the fridge and grate some Parmesan on mine. What are you doing, you little rat? Think you're so sneaky. Nobody can see you. Just think of all the people who saw you do that. I like having Parmesan in the house. You know, grocery outlet usually has it. I know cheese is expensive.
Yay.
But I just like to have some. And I like putting it on my pizza afterwards.
Smell this.
Yeah, it's the oil. All right, my friends, we are so glad you're here to see us make mini pizzas. or a mini pizza. We will catch you hopefully next week. We'll talk to you then. Bye.
Bye.